Hey there, Jeff Burrows here with Elite Leadership Martial Arts, and I wanted to take a second to tell you our story. So, Elite Leadership Martial Arts wasn't always Elite Leadership Martial Arts. Before we were ELMA, we were a school called Liberties Karate. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, why change the name? Why do this? Why do that? And those are all great questions, and I'm going to answer them for you shortly. So, for me, my journey started in about 1987, and it was something that I did because I was done doing some other activities, and my parents wanted me to do something without staying at home, right? So they wanted me to be doing something out active and something that didn't really involve a whole lot of me being around home and doing nothing. So they enrolled me in karate, and it was kind of about the first class that I really took to it. And I remember that I started a week after everybody else had enrolled in the session and whatnot, because I went away to Camp Wanakita, and when I came back, I was basically a week behind. But for me, I was hooked after the first class because I am such a quick learner that I can pick up stuff really fast. So what ended up happening was that I ended up learning, back then we used to study something called the 24 Basics. And I learned all 24 basics in one night and surpassed everyone who had been there the entire week before. So fast forward a few years, in 1992 I ended up testing for my first degree black belt. And then it was, I was teaching for my instructor at the time, Sensei John Liberty. And we ended up going all the way through till about 2001, when he made a phone call to me and retired and announced that he was going to transition out of the martial arts, and I would be taking over the Sir Allan McNabb School. So one of the things that I had said to him at that time was that I wanted to make sure that I did the right things. And I wanted to grow the school a lot bigger than where it was, and I wanted to be able to eventually move it and just keep on doing what I was doing, right? Well, lo and behold, that dream came true in 2010 when my partner at the time and we moved from where we were, because the Sir Allan McNabb Recreation Center underwent a year-long renovation. And long story short, we ended up moving the school because we didn't want to close for a year. We ended up moving to where we are now at San Antonio Square. Now, what happened was that as we started teaching and started getting into our curriculum full time, we started to notice a lot of things. And in 2011, my partner and I separated ways, and I stayed where I was, and I stayed with owning the school. And we started to notice that we'd be losing students at certain points during the journey, and we started really searching on what we should do with the school and where our curriculum should go, because we noticed that there was certain points, there was commonality along the timeline that was going on. So what we did was we did some research, and we tried a couple of different curriculums out here and there. We eventually came upon a fantastic program called Skills. Now, the Skills program was created by Melody Schumann, and it really takes a look at the martial arts as age-specific and skill-specific. So everything that they do is based upon children's ages, but also the skills that they should be working on at their age, right? So it was really a unique program when we started looking at it, and it was really easy for our instructors to work with and really easy to transition into. So we made the change, and around the same time, we were also thinking, well, we aren't really just karate anymore where we were, what we were doing. We were now a blend of martial arts. So we needed to really take a look at the name of the school, and we decided that we wanted to change it to Elite Leadership Martial Arts. Now, that's a whole other story as to why we decided on that name, and I'll be posting that in a future video. But from there, we basically just kept on growing, and we've been working with Skills ever since. So, our mission right now is just to try and get as many kids through our program as we can, because we want to help children become the best that they can be. today. We understand that there's a lot of things going on in everybody's life, and one of our mission is that we want to make sure that we can teach every child that we can reach out to, the proper tools for communication and the proper tools for self-confidence. These are two huge things that children need, especially in today's day and age. So that is our mission going forward, and it's just going to keep on getting better. So look forward to talking to you guys again shortly. And for Elite Leadership Martial Arts, I am Jeff Burrows, and peace out. See you later.